11:54. As I stare at the crayons on the table, I can't help think of my youth, my innocence. Innocence, what a deceiving word. Here I am, here I've been, cut with tears that don't fall, remembering those times. And yet, I can't help but laugh. Innocence means having all the time in the world. 11:57. I laugh again, but with something changed. I am 17 and I am still innocent. I always will be. I may forget it at times, but that's just because I focus on losing youth. In the end, it never was about time. Rather, it was about 12 o'clock. Being stronger than the story. Stronger than time. Love. They started to decorate the cottonwoods with yellow ribbons in preparation for this year's walk. It's all so familiar, yet all too foreign. I remember those days when it was a run to the finish line. Now, I relish the moments when it's a walk in between the race and the marathon. I wonder what I would tell them now that they've made it to the place I once was. After all, I remember that feeling. Even though I won't get to see them, I'll be there. Just like those who walked before. I'll be there, driving by at a speed that will be unfamiliar now that they've slowed down. I know what I'd tell them. Whether they listen or not wouldn't matter, because they'd learn it sooner or later. I know what I'd tell them. I'd tell them 2 words. Don't change. A melody through the balustrade, a lampshade with its colors fade, and steps up a staircase. A melody through the balustrade, and music played with hearts betrayed in some mystical place. Reflections bypass right there on the glass as notes start their reprise. The sounds are still far, like a shimmering star, both bring their soothing ease. A beautiful night, the scatter of light, that time on the staircase, a color-faded lampshade, a melodic balustrade, and a secret grace. Like the very first page suggests, it once was a gift to my father. Then, as one who knows might have guessed, it became a dusty bother. Little blue book, I remember finding you. Your blank beauty became a place for healings. Now, at the end, as I flip through, I remember the everyday feelings. But this isn't the end. The work isn't done. There's more to mend. Little blue book, there's another one. I wonder if you who is reading understands. This book is a life you can hold in your hands. Youre Him. Throughout my life, I've met many, many people, all sorts of people. Some are wise beyond their years, and others are clever because of them. No matter how you see the multitude, there are always the few that stand. They stand alone, yet they do it for others. They stand for what's right, to be the difference. I've met these people. I know them. What makes them different is they know me. No matter how you see it, I see it. Youre Him. So stand up and be more. The world is watching. He is listening. Be stronger than the story. Forgotten firework. In the memory, the valley was lit up by fireworks. In the picture, it was only lit by a desk lamp. In reality, the valley was dark for a time. Whistle, pop. The lights are back this time of year, for some to see and others to hear. Some are grand even though small, but even so the remnants all fall. And as the night begins to close, the lack of light is mistaken for woes. Yet even among the skies of murk, 'twas a forgotten firework. Whistle, pop. In the memory, which light was the brightest light? Farewell, ladyboy. Farewell. Hold fast to the feeling, because there's a train come to take away our ladyboy. It's only one more step until his home is no longer home. We've been mourning the date while he's come to terms with his fate. He's been there in his heart already. Without speaking, we discussed who would take care of our ladyboy. Every time the answer was always himself. As we prepare ourselves for what comes next, the train was always the connection. So when we greet our fair ladyboy, whenever that may be, we won't be the home he's left behind, but rather the one he's come to find. So hold fast, my darling. Hold fast, my dear. It's time to say goodbye. Farewell, ladyboy. Farewell. Come home to us a man. Before 6:30. Am I still asleep? A faraway clock reads before 6:30. It's not that I don't want to be awake. It's that I don't want to be alone. In my dream, birds pierce their song. Now, before dawn, they merely whisper. It appears I can walk, for now. I asked before if I was still asleep. The pain of a stubbed toe in the dark answers the question. There's translucent shutters just across the hallway. A moment of hesitation recalls the question. Am I still asleep? The morning landscape in its beauty always ignores the question, like even the most magnificent dream lost to memory. After 6:30. I'm still asleep. A nearby watch reads after 6:30. Everyone's gathered into this small little room. I feel claustrophobic. Maybe I would rather be alone. Where are the birds? Where is the music? Is this dawn or dusk? I haven't stopped walking since the moon began. I must be still asleep. Imagination is painless, endless, limitless. There's translucent shutters just across the nebula. I'm awake. It always comes back to me. The morning is a stalemate without the dreamers to push it forward. No one waits till noon to see the sunrise. Exactly 6:30. I am still like the stars. I don't need a clock to know what time it is. Not before, not after. It's exactly 6:30. I used to be one. Now I am two. The birds fly above, guiding the path. Together we are running, onward towards the music. I must be awake. I must be alive. This time I am the sunrise. And so there's translucent shutters, somewhere in between. And I am still amazed. The morning is a reminder to live like a dream. It's easy to recognize the time. It takes imagination to recognize the timing. If I'm still awake, I'm exactly where I need to be. After the manner of old times. How does anyone expect me to answer that question without an explanation? Does a lifelong pursuit not require a defining answer? I will answer, I promise, if you listen. No, I don't know what I want to do or who I want to be. Everything keeps changing, spinning, revolving. Just yesterday, all I wanted to be was the person who could climb the highest tree. As time went on, as it often does, the pursuit never changed. The only thing that changed was the ground. No longer was there an easy way to the tree. No longer was it free. First came school, second came work, all tearing down what came so naturally. It hasn't been easy, and it may never be again. Through it all, I want to be the one who follows after the manner of old times. Maybe then I'll find a new way forward. Cosmic Snail. It may come slow, but at least it comes. The cosmic snail comes to grant a wish. We've waited so long, we've pondered so hard. Is there a way to remember this place without cold water? Without a star in the sky, there's no reply. And so we'll keep walking without talking. We know what we need, but it would waste the wish. These steps will lead us somewhere far from the sand, perhaps to our own timeless land. It may come slow, but at least it comes. The dawn always comes. The real horizon. It's there, just out of reach. Like the side of mountains on a beach. Make a quick note, for tomorrow is hard to teach. Like a sinking boat, it means giving up to float. So there's a place to go, no matter how remote. Yet, low is low, like a valley floor does flow. When the wind makes a deal, so does the forest glow. It's there as a means to heal. So write down what you feel. Like a horizon, we're all reaching for something real.